Hi, welcome to Game Rules with Julie. Today's game is inspired by the popular game Pokemon Go. But we are going to play Pokemon Go Live. Here's how it works. We're going to drive to a park in Arlington. It's giant, so we need to tell you some information. When you get to the parking lot, you may disembark from your vehicle and find John, and then wait there for further instruction. Now, let's go over some of the rules. First of all, trail etiquette. Today at the park, there will be many people on the trail, riding bikes, on rollerblades, skateboards, walking, running, and it is your responsibility to share the trail with other outdoorists. So, if someone is coming behind you, they might say, on your left. This means that they are going to pass you on the left side, and you need to move to the right as quickly as possible. Thank you. Anytime you see someone coming, get out of the way. You need to get out of the way. Thank you. The next section is called Encounters with Nature. Today, you will be encountering nature of all kinds. Nature is our friend, and animals are our friends. But it is important to keep a friendly distance from animals. And do not try to pet them, so you don't get leprosy. The next section is called Boundaries. Here are the boundaries of the game. You may not at any time cross a street, ever. Even on a crosswalk, you may not use a crosswalk. And you may not cross a river on a raft with your body or in a small boat craft. You may not ever cross any water. Also, you cannot go into parking lots. The other boundaries will be made clear by adult volunteers who will say, this is a boundary, don't go here. Please respect the boundaries. I like to call this next section Unforgivable Sins. That's because if you do these things, you're fired. And by fired, I mean disqualified and maybe have to go home. Here's what those things are. You must stay with your group at all times. You may never, ever wander off on your own, and you may not go off with just part of your group or one or two friends. This is completely unforgivable. And when an adult sees you doing this, they will march you directly to John to call your parents. This is for safety, and it's also one of the rules of the game. If anything happens where you think you should leave the group, don't do it! Thank you. The next section is called How to Win. This could also be called How to Play. So, here's what you do. The D-Now leaders are hiding in the park. They are the Pokemon. There are also some little tiny Pokemon wearing these little tiny baby shirts that are so cute. Okay, anytime you find a Pokemon, you may use your sock ball and if it hits them, they have to freeze until you capture them by taking a picture with this SpongeBob camera. If you cannot hit them with the softball, if they're running too fast, if your arm is too weak, if an armadillo blocks you, whatever, you can still take a picture of them. However, if we can't identify who it is in the picture, we won't count it. If we can, we will count it. So that's how it works. You get points by capturing Pokemon. Each Pokemon can only be captured one time. Camera operations. This is a digital camera, and it's pretty easy to use. On the back, there's a power button. You can turn it on like this, and then you can take a picture. The picture that you take will show up on the screen. You can play the playback button to see what it looks like. If you don't like it, you can delete it by using the menu, selecting it, and pushing the top button. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you have limited storage space, so be sure to delete the pictures that are stupid. And also, you have new batteries, but you should turn it off when you're not using it to conserve them. You can play around with it on your trip there, and thank you. That's all. The next category is called Team Battles. There are 3 team battles throughout the park. To play them, you must find them. We're not going to tell you where they are, but I will tell you what they are. One is Gaga Ball, another one is Bananagrams, and the third one is Making a Video. It has specific instructions they'll explain when you get there. If you go to one of the team battles and no one is there to compete with you, you can make a choice to stay and wait for a team to come, or you can come back later. Same thing if there's already 2 teams playing. You can decide, is it worth it to stay and wait, or would you rather just keep looking for Pokemon? You can decide these things as a team, but remember you must stick together all times. Next is rare Pokemon. There are 3 rare Pokemon. Here they are. 1, 2, 3. These are hidden somewhere within the boundaries of our game. If you find one of these, you get a lot of points. But don't take a picture of it, take it with you and keep it. Hang on till to the end of the game, take a picture of where you found it, so we know you didn't steal it, and then bring it back to us at the end of the game. Now, let's go over scoring. Here's how the points work. Regular Pokemon are worth 100 points each. You get 100 points for each Pokemon that you capture. Tiny baby Pokemon are worth 50 points each. Rare Pokemon are worth 300 points each. If you play a team battle and win, you get 500 points. If you play a team battle and lose, you get 100. So that's how the points work. Finally, if you need to use the restroom or you feel parched, there are 2 water stations. One is at the Gaga Ball, when you find it. The other one is at the front of the park by where John is, where you got off the vans. Also, at the front of the park, there's a pavilion with restrooms in it. Feel free to use them, but your team has to wait nearby. We will begin the game when I say so, and the game will end at 3:30 when all of the adults will blow a whistle and start herding you back to the parking lot where the vans are. When you hear the whistles, come back with your supplies and everything that you had with you, or points will be deducted. Remember to have fun. Thank you. Throw it. That didn't hurt.
I know, it caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it, okay?
You acted like you got gut punch.
I'm gonna die.
A sock.
It was a surprise.
Okay.
Big baby.
Where should we start? I don't remember what they are. Just a second.
Unforgivable.
Okay. You can edit that out. That was dumb. Okay. Next category. Sorry. The next section is called Encounters with Nature. Today, you will be encountering natures of all kinds. Animals are our friends, but it is important to keep a friendly distance from your friends.
Keep distance from your friends.
Okay. Okay. The next section is called Encounters with Nature. Today, stop.
I didn't. I can't help it.
Okay. But it's important to.
I didn't even laugh.